Welcome to the Kiva Partner Academy. In this lesson, we will learn what to do if you discover an error in a loan that you have already submitted to Kiva. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to understand when to resolve an error yourself versus when to contact Kiva, edit a client ID or loan ID in Kiva's Partner Admin System, PA2, and block a loan in PA2. Please note that this lesson is for full and basic partners only. Blocking of loans is not available to experimental partners. This lesson is intended for the Kiva coordinator and any other staff who will post loans. You should understand how to handle different types of errors. First, let's review Kiva's policies regarding loans with errors. Accuracy is one of Kiva's highest values. Kiva lenders use all of the information in a borrower profile to decide whether or not they want to fund the loan. Therefore, it is important for information to be clear and accurate. When posting a new loan in PA2, please take the time to carefully review all of the information in Step 5 before you submit the loan to Kiva. If you discover an error in a loan that you have already submitted to Kiva, the action you should take depends on the nature of the error and the status of the loan. If the client ID or loan ID is incorrect, you will always be able to correct it yourself, regardless of the status of the loan. Lenders do not see IDs or use them to make lending decisions, but accurate IDs are necessary for repayment reporting. For all other types of errors, the action you should take depends on whether or not the loan has already been published on Kiva's website for lenders. If the loan has not yet been published and still appears in inactive status, you can block the loan and resolve the error yourself. If the loan has already been published and is no longer inactive, you must contact Kiva for assistance. In most cases, a loan will need to be refunded if it is published with inaccurate information. Now, let's watch a video demonstration of how to edit IDs and block loans in PA2. This video was recorded in Kiva's test system, so please disregard the orange banner at the top. To log into PA2, enter your email address and password. First, let's pretend that you have discovered an error in the client ID or loan ID. Remember, you will always be able to edit a client ID or loan ID yourself, regardless of the status of the loan. To begin, locate the loan in PA2 and click the Edit IDs button. Enter the correct client ID and/or loan ID and click the Save IDs button. That's it. Next, let's pretend that you've discovered a different type of error. For example, let's say that you included incorrect information in the description, you made an error in the repayment schedule, or you uploaded the wrong photo. If the loan is still in inactive status, meaning that it has not yet been published on Kiva's website, you will be able to block the loan and make the appropriate corrections. To begin, locate the loan in PA2 and click the Block button. If the loan is not eligible to be blocked, this button will not be displayed. Enter an explanation for why you are blocking the loan. For example, uploaded wrong photo. Kiva will review the explanation, so please be as clear as possible. Then, click the Block This Business button. The loan is now blocked. However, you will not be able to edit the loan just yet. It first needs to be reviewed by a Kiva editor or translator. Once the loan has been reviewed, it will move from inactive status into awaiting correction status. Once the loan is in awaiting correction status, you can open the loan, make any necessary edits, and resubmit to Kiva for approval. Be sure to check whether the Kiva editor or translator identified any other issues that need to be corrected as well. Please refer to Lesson 2.8 for more information on how to edit loans in awaiting correction status. That brings us to the end of this lesson. You should now be able to understand when to resolve an error yourself versus when to contact Kiva, Edit a client ID or loan ID in Kiva's Partner Admin System, PA2, and block a loan in PA2. Thank you for completing this lesson of the Kiva Partner Academy. We hope to see you again soon.